Attendance at Disney parks has been a hot button issue for the last couple of years. We've seen summertime attendance drop to record lows last year. And the question on everybody's mind is, are we going to see a repeat performance in 2026? We're going to talk about it today on That Park Place. All right, guys. So here you see this thrill data report here, this graph. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit bigger so I can properly illustrate my point here. So last year, obviously, we saw some really low. What is happening? What is happening right now?
Oh, those pesky ads. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's like a full page ad, though.
I know, it's ridiculous. So we saw things like, September very, very low in 2025. We saw
you have a plane on the screen, or you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes. No black box.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we saw September really low. We saw August really low. July was pretty low, and June. So you saw the summer, as the summer progressed, June, July, August. Let's take a look at what 2026 is doing so far. So you have January of 2026, you had about a 32-minute average wait time. Compare that to January of 2024, where it was good Lord, this thing, 35 minutes. So 35 versus 32. Looks like we had a slower January in 2026 than we had in 2025. Look over here at February, 36 minutes. And that is up from 2026. So, but again, they're all kind of in the same range. And so far, we have about 31 minutes average wait time in March. And if you look over here, the average wait time is 36 minutes. So a lot of baseball still to be played yet in March. But see, have a look at this. So you see, we always point to this, like these were the pre-pandemic numbers. And everything is, pink and red. And you had that one, September where it was down here and then it shot right back up, right? Then the dark times happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then we come back and we're here, and then it goes back up, and then it goes back down. It has been slowly going back down since 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. So, guys, it looks like if this pattern is going to continue, 2026 is going to be a lot like what 2025 and 2024 were in terms of crowds. Here you see some footage that we took at Walt Disney World. This was either on Memorial Day or the 4th of July, because I know this is the footage that I took. And it was not doing much in the mornings during that time. Culture, what do you think we're going to see? Like, what would you predict we're going to see in terms of attendance for 2026?
See, I'm reluctant always to tie attendance to wait times, because there are so many various factors going into it. I think you're naturally going to have wait times up because everything's still under construction. So I think there's going to be some artificial inflation of wait times across all the parks in Florida specifically. At the same time, I think it's a good indicator, like a crowd calendar or something that you'd find over on Len Testa's site or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I do think again, as we've highlighted the lack of value from the Disney company, I think people are giving it a pass, giving it a miss, and if they have to vacation, they're vacationing elsewhere. And I think that outside of the resorts, continuing to be about halfway to 3/4 of the way occupied, I think that you're going to see. I think you're going to see more of those visitors not going to the park specifically, but either going to the free shopping options and the Disney Springs restaurants instead, going to check out SeaWorld maybe because they haven't been there in a while, or Legoland, or Universal, of course, which, as you know, how do you get into Epic Universe right now?
How do you get into Epic Universe?
Yeah, I mean, it's this summer. It's basically, starting from Super Mario, aren't you going to be a little bit limited?
There are days that are sold out.
Yeah, but there's a strategy behind that really quick, Culture, with Epic. They have a strategy with Universal. They want you to buy the 3-day ticket. They want you to go to Universal Studios, Islands, and Epic because there's more availability for that on the calendar than just purchasing a 1-day ticket for Epic, and I will continue to use that word. It is a strategy, and they're doing it, and they are also have a lot of specials where you could bundle your hotel stay, saving a lot of money, like $200 to $300 if you get your tickets and your hotel. With the Helios or the Terra
Luna or Stellanova.
Yeah, exactly. They have those big promotions going on, but that's the strategy culture.
Understood. I'm just saying is
that's where I was sitting, where I smelled the bathroom. Just
oh boy,
that's it.
Continue.
No, I was just saying, like I said, I'm hesitant to tie it to wait times, but I'll just say I think that Disney's got a problem. The wait times will probably rise because there's less attractions open, and I don't think that's going away. I think it's a strategy. Disney's trying to capitalize on what exists, and for what they're replacing, removing, and redeveloping. I think they're gonna take less concentrated capital expenses and apply them throughout the parks. I think the experiences over the years are going to deteriorate from where we used to enjoy nearly everything. I think there's going to be less. I mean, that seems to be the strategy and modern mindset of these spreadsheets that that these guys create. You got the overeducated spreadsheet monsters are taking over. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, now I will say one thing before I get Erika's opinion on this. I will tell you guys, we have it on good authority that Disney has been rolling out a lot of these promotions. We've talked about them here quite a bit for the summertime because they're worried about summertime attendance. It's looking like they might be offering Florida resident type pricing to Georgia residents this summer.
I've heard about that.
That might be rolling out. So
because Universal does that.
Yeah. Erika, what do you think about that kind of strategy? Do you think something like that could help them actually boost attendance for the summer?
Long overdue. They should have been doing that years ago, honestly. If Universal extends, Georgia, Florida, perks, it's not going to hurt Disney to compete with that, or if they wanted to do Alabama and Florida or South Carolina, whatever, there's room for competition always, but I know I'd rather be at Universal because my money goes further. Yeah. As much as I nostalgically and love Disney, we have a lot of memories there. But financially speaking, it just makes more sense to go to just do a totally different vacation than just Disney, and it doesn't have to be a theme park.
Absolutely.
It's just it sucks knowing that at some point we're going back to the States and we are going to be in that category now of those out-of-state tourists, and we're not going to be Florida residents. We're not going to have family working in the parks. We don't. Although all that gravy train is gone, and I have to rethink. If we want to do Disney, we're really going to have to plan way in advance and really save money.
MJ, I want to go to you real quick because I know you have to leave. So you want to give your opinion on this, and then drop your Instagram handle, and then head out before we go to Vash. So MJ, what do you think is contributing to the overall loss in attendance?
The faith in the company, people are very discouraged, and the company has let them down in many ways, not just the theme parks themselves, but in the films that they keep putting out. And then the way, let's face it, the way that they treat people that need access to the rides. The DAS system has not been kind to those who really need it. It's just putting a bitter taste in their mouth. It's everything. The deluxe resort perks, the amenities are there, but the perks that they used to have are not. And it's just everything in one. But like, if you're a diehard fan, it's like an addiction. You can't stay away from it, right? You just got it calls you. It calls me, so I go, right? It's just like, I keep going. I love being there. I love being in the bubble. I love everything about the parks because of my childhood growing up. I don't think I can stop going. I probably won't stop going. I will be cautious when I go. And I do have a big, big soft spot for Universal. And that's coming up soon for our family. We like both, but I just grew up, I'm a Disney kid. by all means. But anyway, that's just the reason why you will still see the attendance where it is. But I think that people just got a bad taste in their mouth with everything that's been happening from the corporate level to the stays at the resorts and everything, the DAS, all of that. So that's just my opinion. Yeah.
MJ, I know you got to head out, so let us know where we can find you real quick, and then we got to wrap the show.
Yes, thank you, good sir. Marvin, it's been a pleasure being here with you guys. Culture, Erika, Vash. I am on Instagram and X. It's really easy to find me, and I love being here on That Park Place, Vash Sky Parkcast, and Brood Banter with Erika and Raph. I'm also on Follow the Bradley's Fun on the Dish, and probably some more places coming up. Maybe Culture with Campione, his Campione, I forget what it's called. Sorry.
Campione Reacts. Yeah. No, I
looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it too. I really am. So
cool. So it's just...
and real quick, First Dragon Queen is showing you what Chopper looks like.
Oh, okay.
There you
go. I'm gonna look it up, so I'll find it. Bye, everyone. God bless everybody. Stay safe.
Right, MJ. Now, Vash and I know you've got to get going over to your show as well, so I want to get your opinions real quick before you have to bounce out. So do you think that this is going to mostly stay the same this year? Do you think we're going to see another step downward with Epic Universe now in its first full year? Or do you think we might actually see Disney parks start to rebound a bit now that Epic has already been out for a while?
I mean, the only reason why these parks would rebound at all is, significant discounting. Targeted discounts in multiple regions, I think, is a good idea. It really should have been implemented some time ago, as Erika pointed out, but I would expand it to like maybe Pennsylvania and some of the other big markets for Disney. That way you can maintain maybe international pricing, but provide a little bit of a discount to various areas of the country that you want to actually come down and improve. The problem, though, is that I don't see this situation improving any other way, simply due to the fact that there's a lot of construction at Walt Disney World right now, and everybody knows it, right? Everybody sees all the walls, everybody sees everything closed, and nobody wants to go to a park, especially for the price points actually provided, if things aren't fully up and running. So I think that's going to be a hurdle that they have to overcome. At Disneyland, this is why I included footage in this roll right here, we're seeing similar things actually happen, and Disneyland actually just increased the amount of discounts they actually provide, not just for Southern California residents, but all of California residents, which is very, very interesting that they would actually do something like that. So we're just seeing attrition at a lot of these levels at Disney right now, and I have to think that some of the decisions that they've made have put them in this position. Not just the lack of investment, but also too the price gouging and the lack of value. It would have been great to see Disney kind of augment a lot of what they were doing at these parks with a full plethora of entertainment options. That way, you just don't have like one electrical parade, for example, over there at Magic Kingdom, which I can't remember the name of. Why can't it's like the most immemorable name for some reason. But you could have really provided new entertainment offerings to all of these parks in the interim before these things actually open up, like these new investments like Monsters Inc. Land, for example, Cars Land, Villains Land, etc. So it's just a lot of not great short-term decisions getting them to this point.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.